Hey everyone, Psycull here. I think it's time we do another Sonic video. I think this time we should focus on one of Sonic's handheld games.
Hey!
Oh, who are you?
Did you know that silver is in Sonic Colors DS? Did ya? Huh? Did you know that?
Oh, god damn it. Sonic Colors, a game originally released on Nintendo Wii and the Nintendo DS in November 2010, featuring Sonic and Tails going to an interstellar amusement park in space. And touching aliens, I guess. I've never played Sonic Colors before. I became a Sonic fan right after this game with Sonic Generations, and I kinda hated the level Sonic Colors represented in Generations. I didn't like Planet Wisp at all, so why would I play the weirdly spelt Sonic Colors? In Canada, Colors is spelt with a U. I didn't really care about Sonic Colors until I became painfully aware of a certain fact about the DS version of the game, and that's the DS versions are completely different. Ah yes, back in the day when versions of games had to get really creative and make different versions for inferior hardware. It never occurred to me that a DS version of a game could be better than the console version. But with Sonic games, this isn't exactly new. In this era, while Sonic was struggling hard on the consoles, in the handheld games he was thriving. And that's something I completely missed out on. And so I guess we're going backwards. I reviewed Sonic Generations 3DS, so it's only natural we cover Sonic Colors DS. Alright, first things first, I need to familiarize myself with Sonic Colors before we go into the DS version. No. I actually want to see colors in Sonic Colors, not have it be oversaturated and bloomed. We're gonna play the Nintendo Wii version.
2 hours later.
Yeah, this game is alright. I like the final boss. I like using the different wisps. This game has a lot of replayability, and it has a decent soundtrack. Although, the story is pretty mediocre. At one point, Sonic is just talking to himself.
Wow, sometimes I even impress myself. For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to pull it off. Oh, who am I kidding? We both knew how this would end.
Yeah, Sonic, no one is there. You're talking to nothing. This game has boost gameplay, and it mixes 2D and 3D. And what's weird is instead of rings replenishing your boost, they have the wisps now. They don't add nearly enough. I feel like it doesn't justify the change to do this. I kept running out of boost and it got really annoying. It really sucks running out of boost. It makes me feel slow in a Sonic game, where you gotta go fast. I do really like the world themes though, Aquarium Park being my favorite. Each one of the planets give you 6 acts to go through. Some are short and some are fun, but some are absolute bullshit. Also, fun fact, this level made me drop the whole video at one point. Like, I cannot get past this keeps killing me! Turns out all you have to do is stomp and go over it. Yeah. Not my proudest moment. It doesn't help I chose the Wii remote and nunchuck option. I thought maybe having different controls would be better, but then I realized Sonic Colors Ultimate uses a controller and it still sucked. Maybe instead of blaming a controller, I just suck at video games. But like any Sonic game, I favored more of the 3D sections than 2D. And although Sonic Colors on the Wii isn't my favorite Sonic game, it's not the worst one either. I'm interested to see how they change this game for the Nintendo DS. But before we get into that, why not subscribe? I plan to cover more Sonic games in the future. I would really appreciate the support, and comment below which Wisp is your favorite. Alright, let's do this. Surprisingly, this game starts with a cutscene from the Wii version. I'm really shocked they didn't go for the whole JPEG moving insert sound effect style Generations 3DS pulled. Oh wait, no, there it is. This game starts with Sonic and Tails making their way on board to Eggman's amusement park, the first area being Tropical Resort. The DS takes advantage of the dual screens and Sonic has to go between both top and bottom screens like how the Rush games do. I heard this game is pretty much Sonic Rush 3, being from like the same devs. The only Dimps game I've ever played was Sonic Generations 3DS, and I didn't really know what to expect from this game. But seeing the style of each level opening with that blue background and Sonic silhouette, man, Sonic has aura in this game. His model looks really cool too. I think Sonic's gameplay is pretty smooth. He has momentum, spin dashing, stomping, and a home attack, which feels really nice. He's got like all the essentials. Tropical Resort is fun. I like the music a lot. And fun fact, It has Vor. At the end of this act, Sonic gets a hang glider and soars through the sky to the finish line. And wow, one level in and I'm already seeing why this version hits different. Sonic and Tails catch up with Orbot and Cubot, who are trying to capture aliens. And something I clued into is this is Sonic and Tails' first time meeting Orbot and Cubot. They were introduced in this game. They slip away and leave the aliens behind. And since they slip away for pretty much this game's entire runtime, and Sonic even commenting how fast they are, in my headcanon, Orbot and Cubot are like on par with Sonic's speed, maybe even faster. Sonic unlocks the power of friendship or whatever and gains boost. Having boost in this game is really fun, and I really like how they built it up a little. Like Act 1 had no boost at all, so going into Act 2, now we have boost. I think that's really cool, and the Wii version didn't do that. They also seem to balance it a lot better. And hey, look, you can home attack the Wisp containers now. This is low-key the best change this game has done. Not being able to home attack the Wisp containers on the Wii version was really annoying. Boosting through Act 2, getting chased by a Ferris wheel, running on water, all that fun stuff. I really like how this game handles stages. While Act 1 and Act 2 are like normal real stages, unlike the Wii version, this game separates the missions. And it's also optional. Instead of making the next level Act 3, 4, and 5, I found that disturbed the flow. I think this makes a lot more sense. And this game even encourages you to go through the missions. They feature other Sonic characters which are not in the Wii version of this game, like Cream and Cheese the Chow. What are you two doing here? Orbot and Cubot are mistaking Chow as aliens, which is a pretty solid theory, I won't deny that. The missions are okay. They're like fun little challenges like collecting a certain amount of wisps within the time limit, or trying to make it to the end of the level before the time runs out. Some of these missions suck balls though. I think it's worth doing though to see the small little side story wrap up. Sonic and Tails find Eggman, and this interaction is a lot less cringe than the Wii version. Sonic just straight up slaps his booty cheeks at Eggman, just for the love of the game I guess. But in this version, Eggman just gets spooked and sends out his badnik, Globotron. This is actually a completely different boss than the Ferris wheel thing in the Wii version you have to fight. It's a pretty simple boss. You actually don't use any wisps to defeat it. I found that kind of strange. In the Wii version you already have laser at this point, and in this one we only unlocked a boost. Boom, there we go. This game just has so much more style. Damn, Colors, I see you. After playing with Eggman's big blue global balls, Tails has been working on a translator for Yacker, a little alien companion we found. He only talks in strong generated password options, I guess. But somehow Tails can understand it, and Yacker requests that we save his friends, so we're off to the other worlds in this amusement park. Before that though, just like the Wii version, that arm thing from the Badnik we destroyed, it gets stuck in this pillar thing. And yeah, comparing the cutscenes here is kind of crazy. Yeah, that was it. I guess that's all you need to know. Even with a different boss battle, it's nice to see it's still staying consistent with the original Colors story. Although it's a Sonic game and the story writing isn't exactly riveting. Both versions of the game let you choose what world to hit up next, and we're just gonna go in order and hit up Sweet Mountain. After arriving to each world, you unlock a Wisp by touching it on the screen, and in this world we unlocked a Burst! A DS exclusive Wisp, and I think that's really cool to have a DS exclusive. With the Burst Wisp, you can burst into a fireball, and you can do bigger explosions if you hold down the X button longer. Sweet Mountain is covered in candy and hamburgers, I guess. It really reminds me of that one place in Wreck-It Ralph, like Sugar Rush, although this game did come out first. I like how you have to boost through jelly beans, and also this candy missile is pretty cool. Using Burst is pretty fun here too. I wonder why they chose Burst to be the Wisp we learn here though. Oh, Blaze is here. That's why. She's saying somehow the Soul Emerald suddenly started glowing and that's why she's here. I'll take it. At least they tried to explain why she's here. Unlike Sonic 06 where she's just in the bad future for no reason. We help Blaze take out some badniks, and Tails asks about Marine, which is a Sonic Rush character, I guess. Man, I need to play those games. We're off to Act 2, and it's pretty much the same. Nothing too notable, but this robot has a Costco glizzy in his hand. We hit up the next mission, and would you look at that, Silver is here.
Did you know that Silver is in Sonic Colors DS?
Get out of here. Yes, a mistake I made in my Generations 3DS video, where Silver is a rival fight in Tropical Resort. Silver is here, and it's just another race. This one doesn't even make sense. He wasn't in Sonic Colors. Silver is in Sonic Colors. And you all sure let me know it. Silver's explanation of being here, there isn't one. But hey, they confirmed the future is bright and everyone's smiling, so that's nice. Although I certainly wasn't smiling when I was playing Sonic Forces. Silver and Blaze fight Orbot and Cubot, and that's as far as their inclusion goes in this game. That and giving me one of the hardest missions in the whole game. God damn. I keep running out of time. And there we go. Oh shit, an S rank too. Hey. Alright, time for Sweet Mountain's boss. This time it's the same boss, but we don't get to take the ship down like the beginning of the Wii version. The ship is here though, it's just in the background shooting cannonballs. And there we go. I ended up beating the boss without the burst. I just didn't realize it was actively handing me out the burst wisp. I think it would have gone a lot easier if I used it too. Oh well. But hey, that's just a good reason to replay the game. This game actively encourages you to do that too. I guess because you unlock wisps as you go along. Yakker's still talking in strong passwords, but he's basically saying Eggman's trying to suck off all these aliens for their power, and we have to stop him. And apparently wisps can become, negative? I don't really want to get canceled for a Sonic video. It was bad enough in my Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games video. Eggman nigga! So yeah, the wisps can become negative wisps, which is bad, I guess. So we're off to World 3, Starlight Carnival. For this world, we unlock Rocket! And something to note about this game, it goes into detail what each wisp is like, which is something the Wii version doesn't even bother to do. Like for example, the Rocket Wisp is a very angry wisp. They compare it to Knuckles, and I think that's really funny and cute. Starlight Carnival on the Wii is absolutely stunning. The bright lights, the theme, it's very cool and very aesthetically pleasing. On the DS version, it's hard to capture that same energy due to its limitations. Act 1 really reminds me of Metropolis Zone out of all things. I don't know, it's just something about the machinery, and also like the backgrounds. This act mainly takes place inside one of Eggman's airships, while Act 2 takes you outside and you can see the airships in the background. I think I like Act 2 a lot better than Act 1. You get to stand on an arrow while it's being shot, and there's also this big whale dude, and I love it, it's so random. Although this whale isn't the only big thing in this world. Here's Rouge the Bat. She's on some job and wanted to check this place out. Man, it's really strange how all of Sonic's mutual friends are just out here in space. But hey, I'm not complaining when Rouge is on screen. Oh hey, Knuckles is also here, and he got tricked by Eggman. Again. Hey, do you remember when this man caused your whole home to crash into the ocean? Not once, but twice. And all because you trusted him and everyone almost died. Do you remember that, Knuckles? But hey, trust that same dude again. On God, bro, I won't betray you again. I like how even Rouge is starting to make fun of Knuckles for being tricked into coming here, and she reveals it was her that made that happen in the first place. She's just like gaslighting him, I love it. Sonic and Tails catch up to Eggman and he reveals his true intentions by mind controlling Tails. And yeah, this is just as lame as it was on the Wii version. I feel like they could have tried a little harder in this cutscene. Tails just looks high as fuck. It would have been so cool if we could fight Tails, but no. Eggman just runs out of juice and leaves. We have to fight this airship like the Wii version. I think the Wii version, it's a lot more harder to compete with this one. I think it's a lot more fun on the Wii version than the DS, but again, it's mostly due to hardware limitations. They try to resemble it as much as they can, and the music still slaps, so that's good. And we slap the airship, no problem. Yakker tells us all 5 planets have generators, and we have 3 more to destroy. And we set off to the next world, Planet Wisp, one of the most recognizable Sonic Colors world because of its inclusion in Sonic Generations, being the last stage in that game. Planet Wisp in Sonic Generations, in my opinion, is the worst one. In my video covering Sonic Generations, I mentioned dying on a hill, and that I hate everything Planet Wisp. This opinion has not changed since the making of this video. Upon arriving to Planet Wisp, we're told that this is the Wisp's home world, and it suddenly makes more sense. The Wisps have been around ever since Sonic Colors. They're used as item boxes in racing games, and honestly, if I lived on Planet Wisp, I wouldn't want to be there either. Alright, you get it, I don't like this world. In Planet Wisp, we unlock Drill! And this is actually really fun. You can drill through the ground and you can drill in water as well. Act 1 is mostly for drilling through stuff. It's not that Table Saw Nightmare its counterpart is known for. For the mission, we run into Charmy. Oh wait, this actually makes more sense now. Huh. He's apparently just out here for fun, and I don't see how anyone can have fun at Planet Wisp. Act 2 has a lot more drilling and a lot more spike traps. And then there's this section where you're being chased, and if you get caught, you get crushed. Ah shit, this is pretty tricky actually. Oh yeah, there we go, we got it. I'm glad I don't have to ever do that again. Oh hi SPO, what's that? You got a mission for us. Oh god damn it. Oh, this one's even harder, are you kidding me? And there we go. Okay SPO, I did it for you. What do you think?
Impressive.
Oh hey, Vector's also here. Sonic and Tails are surprised they actually have business to do as the Chaotix. And what a little asshole, Sonic. That's your good buddy Vector. He keeps hounding him about how useless they are as the Chaotix. Man, we're really seeing Sonic's true colors in Sonic Colors DS, god damn. It's time for the boss, and we have this giant drill dude. Oh, okay, he's got some punch to it. So this dude slams down his drills and we have to boost into him. Okay, now we have to drill down into the water. This took a minute for me to figure out, but we got it. As for the Wii version, it reuses the same boss from Tropical Resort, so I think this new original boss is a lot better. Eggman's mentioning capturing a giant alien. We'll have to see what he means later. But we're off to the next area, Aquarium Park. This is our obligatory water level world, and in the Wii version I really liked Aquarium Park. It has really good music and the theme was really interesting to me. In this world we unlock the laser! Which is kind of crazy because this is like the first one we unlock on the Wii. Laser works pretty much the same it did in the Wii. It's a pretty solid Wisp, and I think it works nice in a 2D environment. Here's a little hot take. I'm not a big fan of Aquarium Park's music in the DS version. I feel like I've been listening to the Wii version for so many years now, before even playing Sonic Colors, so to hear the song broken down on the DS just doesn't really hit for me. The song is fine, but you're mostly in water and it has that weird slowed down effect I don't really like.
Brother,
But music isn't the only contributor, so let's see what else this level has to offer. I think the laser wisp is really well done in this level, and it feels really good when you actually line up the shot correctly. The aesthetic also carries over from the Wii version, although I do hate these missile badniks. They suck. I did find the ring of fish pretty cool and unique. Sonic just spins on them and you can jump up. It's very small, but I like seeing the fish in the aquarium. For Aquarium Park's missions, we have none other than Big the Cat looking for Froggy. This man traveled to space to find his frog. That's pretty on brand for him actually. Also, Amy's here too. But this is before Amy became independent and had goals and ambitions of her own. This is the Amy that wants Sonic's hog. Amy actually kind of ruins everything too. Big was asking us to look for Froggy, but instead Amy just wanted to have a picnic date. And that's it. Froggy is never found in this game. That plotline is dropped. Man, fuck you, Amy. Act 2 has this cool octopus water slide. You have to jump between the sections. I like that a lot. For the boss, we have the same pirate dude. It's also underwater. This boss is actually the closest thing to the Wii version. The only difference is the way you defeat him. In the Wii version, you have to jump and just hit him. In this version, you have to use 2 platforms to seesaw attacks. Seesaw, get it? Because this is a water world. Moving on. Next planet is Asteroid Coaster. The Wii version blew this area out of the water. Like, literally, this isn't splashing in puddles anymore. We have skull roller coasters and green acid. In this one, the wisp we get is Void! Which I guess is just a negative wisp that is a result of Eggman's plan. Sonic and Tails can tell it's really angry, but it still latches onto Sonic and we can use its power. And man, this dude is OP. It can just void any enemy, and you can also just like rampage around. Also, Yacker is missing. Sonic and Tails can't find him. Act 1 is pretty solid. I like using the multiple wisps in this level. It's not as theatric as the Wii version, but I think with the hardware they had at the time and what they were dealing with, I think they did okay. This stage really did remind me that Sonic can slide. I think it's the only time I had to do it at this point, truthfully. So when it came up, I was like, oh, how do I do that? R, I guess. And yeah, this level was hard to learn. I feel like there's so many bullshit moments, but if you run it back a couple times, it gets easier. Like knowing to jump at the very end here, so you don't, you know, fall and die a tragic death. For this world's mission, we run into Omega of all things, and he's fighting the other robots. And yeah, it's kind of crazy seeing the design differences. Like side to side, it's really crazy. Eggman got really experimental with Orbot and Cubot. Omega just looks more intimidating. It's kind of crazy. I really like the mission here because it's not the same as the act we just played. For this one, you have to get certain wisps in order, and it's a whole new layout, and you get to use the new wisp you just unlocked. And I think that's way better than just doing the same level again, but with a time limit. All right, Act 2, here we go. We got some more roller coasters and fuck. How was I supposed to know that meteor was coming? That's some bullshit. It's also got this weird skeleton moment. Pretty easy to avoid. After that, Sonic and Tails run into Shadow. He's on a mission to take care of the doctor. So Shadow's here to murder Eggman, right? Just straight up. We end up going to his base of operations. It's kind of cool because we see Eggman in this environment the whole game. And I think it's a nice touch. Also, there's more weird things in this mission, like Project Mother. Is Eggman trying to localize Mother 3? Under Reggie's nose on the Nintendo DS? I guess we'll just have to keep playing to find out. We have another airship boss. The Wii also does another airship boss, but it reuses the exact same boss as before. But this one actually changes it up by throwing meteors at you, and you have to hit different spots. I like this a lot more, it felt less lazy. And we did it! All the planet chains have been broken, and all the generators have been destroyed, and now it's time to beat the game. Sonic and Tails find Eggman and his machine backfires because of that arm thing that was jammed in that pillar from Tropical Resort. And we send Tails back home and confront Eggman. What I find interesting is in the Wii version, Sonic tricks Tails to safety, but in this version, Sonic just kinda asks Tails to kindly fuck off and he agrees. Alright, time for the final boss. Oh wait, what is this? I tried to pinpoint exactly where in the Wii version this game is trying to mimic, and no, this is fully original. After Sonic eats Tails in the Wii version, he goes straight into the final boss. I think that's really weird. And even after this moment, we get the chase down like the Wii version before reaching Eggman. This section is just trying not to run out of boost, which is like the only part in the game where I struggled with running out of boost. Unlike the Wii version where I ran out every 3 seconds. It's also Eggman chasing us and not some random badnik that we'll never see again. And here we go. We drop down to ultimate destination. Like the Wii version, we have to free the trapped Wisps. And it's a 6v1. First up, he does his Rocket and Burst. Rocket was pretty tricky to grab because you have to time it just right. And same with Burst. I was just trying to boost into it, similar to how the Planet Wisp boss freed Wisps. But in this, you just have to home attack. And once I figured that out, it was a piece of cake. And there we go. I got all the Wisps. They give me the power of Pride Month and we smash into Dr. Eggman. And we destroy the Interstellar Amusement Park. The Wisps save Sonic and were sent back to Earth. And that, everyone, was Sonic Colors' first ending. Yeah, so I've been keeping a little secret from you all. You collect 50 rings in each world and you can play a special stage to unlock a Chaos Emerald. The special stage is like this cool half pipe, kind of similar to Sonic Heroes. You drag Sonic around and collect the color orbs and the right amount. So if you collect every Chaos Emerald up to the ending of this game, you end up with 6 emeralds. And I thought maybe this game would have you do something really stupid, like collect all the red rings to unlock Super Sonic. That would just be so crazy and stupid to do, right? Almost as crazy as like paying $3 to unlock Super Sonic. But Sega would never do that. No, what you have to do is just collect over 50 rings in this weird Metal Sonic minigame planet. And there we have it, the last Chaos Emerald. But why do we have the Chaos Emeralds in the DS version when the main game didn't need the Chaos Emeralds? Well, that's because this game has a secret final boss and final ending. Do you remember back in Asteroid Coaster, Sonic and Shadow breached Eggman's base? Well, Project Mother wasn't about Mother 3. Yeah, that's right, Reggie. You can sleep safely now. It was actually about Mother Wisp, Yakker's mommy, but like corrupt with sin? I don't know. Negative feelings from a man. I guess that's technically canon. When Yakker ran off in Asteroid Coaster, this is where he ran off to, which I guess ties a loose end. But what's strange is that Yakker also goes missing in the Wii version, but this Wii version doesn't have this alternate boss. So, plot hole? Maybe. Sonic's pretty reluctant, but decides he needs to tap Yakker's mommy and we turn into Super Sonic. I wish they did this with the DS model and not the JPEG slideshow, but we do get to see Super Sonic's model in the fight at least. So this fight is super hard, you may be thinking, being a whole secret alternative thing. Yeah, no, not really. You dash into the asteroids to hit her, and then you get close enough to slap her in the face. That's really it. I do really like the design of Negative Mother Wisp, and being Super Sonic is always really cool. We slap Yakker's mom so hard she turns into a jellyfish from SpongeBob, and the day is saved. I'm not a big fan of Mother Wisp's normal design, but at least I don't have to look at it for very long. She just looks so weird next to Sonic here. But yo, Super Sonic and DS? Ah, that has aura. Mother Wisp thanks us for saving her and her other Wisp children and sends us back home. And that is the true ending of Sonic Colors DS. So now the real question, is Sonic Colors DS better than the Wii version? Yeah, I had a lot more fun playing the DS Sonic Colors than the Wii Sonic Colors. It was really cool to see the differences they have. I think for level design, story, and controls, I think the DS did a lot better than the Wii version. But I don't think the Wii version is useless. No. That's Sonic Colors Ultimate. Sonic Colors on the Wii had really impressive levels and moments that were really pretty to look at. The ability to go supersonic later on is really nice too, in any level. Although you have to collect 180 red rings. It's tedious, but there's nothing wrong with the challenge. I think Dimps just didn't want to waste supersonic in their game. Truthfully, I had fun with both games. I think you should definitely experience Sonic Colors on the Wii first and experience the game, and then come to the DS version afterwards to appreciate the smaller things. I really wish Sonic Colors Ultimate had this version included. It would have been nice to have this version readily available, but as of right now it's stuck on the Nintendo DS. I also wish this version of Sonic didn't die. I wish that Dimps were still making Sonic games on the Nintendo Switch or something. Imagine if Dimps did a Sonic Forces game? Dude, that could have been hard. Although, anything would have been better than what we actually got. Man, that game fucking sucks. Being brand new to Dimps Sonic has been an unreal experience. It's really opened my eyes to 2D Sonic and it makes me appreciate it more. So, long story short, play both games. That's really it. Alright everyone, that's it for me. I'm gonna use this rocket to get out of here. But first, make sure you drill that subscribe button and burst into that Discord server. We're building a community, and it might just fill that void in your life. Okay, yeah, that was really cringy. I should have just ended the video on a pun. All right, guys, see you later!
Copyright law in the universe is going to stop me!